Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we're exploring why countries change their names and why it matters. It's like your friend suddenly wanting to be called by their middle name but on a global scale. A country's name isn't just a label, it's a story, a declaration, a piece of its soul. Think of Sri Lanka, once Ceylon, or Iran, once Persia. These changes are deeply symbolic, marking new beginnings or reclaiming heritage. In this video, we'll travel the world to uncover the stories and motivations behind some of the most fascinating country name changes. We'll see how these shifts reflect struggles for independence, political change, and the quest for identity. Let's dive in. Our first stop is the island nation once known as Ceylon, famous for its tea and colonial history. After gaining independence from Britain in 1948, the country officially became Sri Lanka in 1972. Sri Lanka means resplendent island in Sanskrit, a nod to its ancient heritage and a move to reclaim its pre-colonial identity. This wasn't just about changing a name, it was about shedding colonial baggage and embracing a new self-defined future. The shift signaled a break from the past and a recentering of national identity, even as it brought new complexities in a multi-ethnic society. Today, while Ceylon tea is still a brand, the nation stands proudly as Sri Lanka. It's a powerful example of how a name can mark the end of one era and the hopeful start of another. Next, we head to the Middle East, to a land long known as Persia. In 1935, Reza Shah Pahlavi asked the world to use Iran, meaning land of the Aryans, aligning the country's external name with what locals had called it for centuries. The change was about modernizing, unifying diverse peoples, and asserting sovereignty, moving away from a name tied to Western romanticism. While Persian still refers to the language and culture, Iran became the official name, reflecting a broader national vision. The switch caused confusion at first, but it was a bold step in shaping a modern identity. Rather than erasing history, it chose which part to emphasize for the future. Iran's name change is a lesson in how nations use names to define themselves on their own terms. Now to Southeast Asia, where the country known as Burma was renamed Myanmar by its military government in 1989. The junta claimed Myanmar was more inclusive of all ethnic groups, but the change came after a violent crackdown and without public input. Many, including pro-democracy activists, still prefer Burma, seeing Myanmar as a symbol of military rule. International organizations are split. Using one name or the other can be a political statement. This debate shows how a country's name can become a battleground for legitimacy and identity. In Myanmar, language itself is a tool of power and resistance. Names aren't neutral, they reflect who holds power. Let's revisit Southeast Asia to a country that was never fully colonized, Thailand, once known as Siam. In 1939, Siam became Thailand, land of the free, to emphasize national unity and the identity of the Thai people. The change reflected rising nationalism and a desire to modernize while asserting independence. After a brief return to Siam post-World War II, Thailand was reinstated and remains today. The shift was part of broader reforms to shape a unified national consciousness. Siam lingers in history and brands, but Thailand projects a strong, independent image. It's a clear example of leaders using names to shape identity and assert a place on the world stage. In Africa, the Democratic Republic of the Congo was once called Zaire, a name imposed by dictator Mobutu Sese Seko in 1971. Zaire was meant to purge colonial influence, but it became synonymous with Mobutu's corrupt regime. After Mobutu's fall in 1997, the country reverted to the Democratic Republic of the Congo, reclaiming its post-independence name. The name Congo connects to the Bakongo people and the ancient kingdom of Congo. This change was a rejection of dictatorship and an attempt to heal and start anew. It shows how names can carry the weight of history and how changing them can be a step toward national recovery. Sometimes, shedding a name is essential for moving forward. South in Africa, Rhodesia became Zimbabwe in 1980, marking the end of white minority rule and colonial oppression. Rhodesia honored Cecil Rhodes, a symbol of colonization and racial injustice. Zimbabwe comes from a Shona word meaning Great Stone Houses, referencing the ancient city of Great Zimbabwe. The new name reclaimed indigenous history and identity, breaking from a painful past. The capital, Salisbury, was renamed Harare, further rooting the nation in its own heritage. For Zimbabwe, the name change was a vital step in decolonization and nation building. It's a powerful reminder of how names can be tools for liberation and self-determination. In Southeast Asia, the nation known as East Timor became Timor-Leste upon independence in 2002. Leste is Portuguese for East, reflecting the country's colonial history and its unique blend of cultures. After centuries of Portuguese rule and a brutal Indonesian occupation, adopting Timor-Leste was a statement of resilience and identity. The name distinguishes it from its Indonesian neighbors and honors its Portuguese heritage. Timor-Leste signals a new era, rooted in both struggle and cultural pride. While East Timor is still used in English, Timor-Leste is the name the nation chose for itself. It's a nuanced assertion of self-definition on the world stage. In 1984, Upper Volta in West Africa became Burkina Faso under revolutionary leader Thomas Sankara. Upper Volta was a colonial name tied to geography, not people. Burkina Faso combines local languages to mean land of incorruptible people. The new name symbolized a break from colonialism and a commitment to dignity and self-reliance. Sankara's revolution aimed for radical change, land reform, women's rights, and national pride. Though Sankara was assassinated, the name endures as a testament to his vision. Burkina Faso's name is a lasting symbol of aspiration and integrity. In 2018, Swaziland officially became Eswatini, as decreed by King Mswati III. The change marked 50 years of independence and aimed to shed colonial associations. Eswatini means land of the Swazis in the local language, reclaiming an indigenous identity. The king wanted the country known by its own name, not an anglicized version. The transition was smooth, with international bodies gradually adopting the new name. Eswatini's story highlights the trend of nations preferring local names over colonial exonyms. Even today, the quest for authentic national identity continues. In Europe, the Netherlands launched a rebranding campaign in 2020 to phase out the nickname Holland. Holland refers to just 2 provinces, but the official name is the Kingdom of the Netherlands. The campaign aimed to present a unified, modern image and encourage tourism beyond the crowded Holland region. It wasn't a name change, but a strategic move to clarify national identity. The Netherlands wanted to control its narrative and global perception. While Holland persists in casual use, the official push is for the Netherlands. Even established nations care deeply about how they're known to the world. As we've seen, a country's name is more than a word. It's history, identity, and aspiration. From Sri Lanka to Burkina Faso, these changes tell stories of struggle, pride, and sometimes drastic changes. Names can unite, liberate, or rebrand a nation, shaping how it's seen at home and abroad. Changing a name is rarely simple. It's often a profound act of self-determination. What a country calls itself matters deeply, to its people and to the world. What other countries do you know that have changed their names? Share your stories in the comments. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more journeys into the world's complexities.